Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is the first episode of our new series which is about learning modern OpenGL using C++. And in this first video we are going to just get started by understanding what OpenGL is and then creating a basic window and setting some stuff up. So the first question that we need to understand is what exactly is OpenGL. So OpenGL is an API, it is an application programming interface that allows us to interact with our graphics card and send commands to it and use it to draw stuff and also do compute and other things. So it is basically an API for interacting with the GPU, and the actual specification of OpenGL as published by the Kronos group specifies how each function and each constant and stuff is supposed to behave, and the implementation of this is done by the developers of the drivers for particular graphics card. Now OpenGL is basically concerned with the drawing and interacting with the GPU and sending commands to the GPU. In order to actually display those drawn images, we need to interact with the operating system and we need to create a window, we need to set up an OpenGL context, and of course we'll go into more details on this later, and then we need to draw some stuff and display it in that window. So all of that stuff is actually not managed by OpenGL, and that is platform specific. It will be different for Linux, different for X11, different for Wayland, different for Mac, different for Windows, and that is basically not concerned with the actual OpenGL specification. That's like a separate thing. We need to set up a context and then we need to load some stuff up, and then we can use OpenGL inside of that context and window. But in order to do that, we need to set up a context. Now of course we could use the platform specific method and do it separately for each platform, but of course that's not very nice, and a better way would be to use a cross-platform library, and there are multiple libraries that can allow us to use OpenGL. For example, SDL allows us to use OpenGL, and so does a library like SFML, and both of these are drawing libraries, which means they are focused on they have different functionalities for drawing as well as other game development stuff in their own. So they don't actually you don't actually need to use OpenGL with SDL to draw stuff. You can use SDL's own renderer, and of course we can also use our own by just using SDL to create a window, or SFML, and then going on like we want to. And for this, for the purpose of this series, we are going to be using the GLFW library, which is very minimal, and since the focus of this series is not on any particular library for windowing, but instead on the actual OpenGL, GLFW will just allow us to set up a window and a context, and it does not do much else. Like, it allows basic input, but not like any other facilities like audio and stuff that other libraries have. So that's what we are going to do with this series. We are going to use GLFW to set up a window, and then we are going to use another library called GLEW, and we'll understand its purpose later, and then we can use OpenGL as well. So yeah, let's get started with that. So to get started, I've got a basic project structure here. We just got a simple make file and a main file currently, and inside of here you can see we have basically got a hello world program using the FMT library. We are going to be using this for printing and formatting instead of using IO streams or something. And here we have got basically a simple make file. Of course, in a serious project you'd use something like CMake or a better build system, but something like a basic make file will work for the purpose of this tutorial. And here you can see we have basically got two libraries linked. First is the FMT library, and second is the GLFW, which we aren't using yet, but we will soon. And for the addition of the dependencies, you can do it in whatever way you want, using something like VC package or another package manager, or you can just, if you are on Linux, you can just use the system package manager to install GLFW, and that of course depends on your distro, but it should be pretty easy to get set up. Of course, if in a more serious project, something like using a Git submodule or like fetch content with CMake would be better, but for the sake of this tutorial series, we are going to just go with the system installed one. So we are going to begin by including a GLFW header, and after that let's just remove this hello world statement, and the first thing we need to do is create a window, which is just stored as a GLFW window pointer, and we can create it using the GLFW create window function. We need to give it the width and height in pixels. We are going to just say 1200 by 675, as well as a title and a monitor, and share we don't really care about that, we can just pass null there. Now this will create an OpenGL context by default, but it will create a legacy OpenGL context with OpenGL with an older version, and we want to change some parameters. Now to do that, we can do that using window hints. So window hints are basically some functions, some values that we can set before a window creation, which will be respected during it. So we can set the context version major to be 4. So that will be the major version. So in 4.54 is the major version, and then we can pass 5 as the minor version. And this will request OpenGL 4.5 for the window that we will create. And we can do the same for the next hint, which is going to be about the profile. The profile is basically which capabilities or basically which kind of things we want to use for OpenGL, and we want the core profile, which is the modern stuff without the compatibility stuff. Before any of this, we first need to initialize GLFW, and in the end we need to terminate it. And another thing we need to make sure is that when we are actually using this GLFW init function, it might return false, which means it has failed. So in that case, instead of just executing all the functions and letting it crash, we are going to just print an error message and then quit. So we can print it to std error with fmt print, just print it to the standard output string, something like fail to initialize GLFW, and then we can just return with an error code. And yeah, that is going to create the window basically, and it's going to set that up. And now we are going to set up our other condition, which is when the window fails to be created. In that case, we can also log an error and then we can exit. So we can say fail to create window, and then we can return. So that way we are not operating on any null pointers. And in the end, we need to make sure that we use GLFW make context current, which is going to take the OpenGL context of our window and actually activate it. And then we're going to set the GLFW swap interval to 1, which will basically sync the our frame rate to whatever the monitor's refresh rate is, and it will stop it from just going infinitely fast, which might cause problems. And we have got now our window activated, and this too. Now we can now go ahead and run the main loop, which is going to be the loop while we run while the window should not close, and as long as the window should remain open, we are going to just process all of the events of the window. So whenever something happens, the operating system gives us an event, like when the user clicks. So we can just do all of that by using GLFW poll events, and then we can use GLFW swap buffers. And our Windows drawing is double buffered, which means that we draw to a different buffer or image, and we can swap it with whatever is on the screen. So this will basically do that. Now before we can use any modern OpenGL functions, we need to load the function pointers of OpenGL. Some of the functions are available as is, but for the other functions we need to load them. For that we'll use the gl/glew.h library. Make sure you have installed it as well, just alongside. It will be installed in whatever way you want, like through the system manager or whatever. And once you have installed that, we can, for example, load the functions that we want by just calling GLEW init, and this will basically set up everything. And now we'll be accessing everything from GLEW, and it will work correctly without using any platform specific methods. And we can just give an error message if it actually fails, and return because we don't want to continue if we fail to load the OpenGL function pointers. And let's just add new lines to our error messages. They currently lack any new lines here. And after that we can actually use any OpenGL functions that we want. So for example, we can use the GL clear color function, and this is the function that sets the color that OpenGL is going to clear the screen with. And of course we'll understand how each of these works in the future. For now we can just use GL clear color, and this will set the color, and we can only do this once unless we want to change the color later. And we are going to set a yellow color here with the alpha equal to 1 and red and green equal to 1 as well, and blue 0. And then we can use the GL clear command inside of the rendering loop, and we can give it the color buffer bit, and this basically tells OpenGL to clear the screen with clear the color of the screen, and with the color that was set using GL clear color. And we need to make sure that we link GLEW as well as the GL headers, and let's go ahead and run that and see if it works. And it does not work, and that's because the GLEW actually returns 0 on success. So we can just check this against GLEW OK, which is just equal to 0, and if it is not equal to that, then that means we have got a problem. And if I run that, you can see we get a yellow screen, which is exactly how it should be. Anyways guys, this is going to be pretty much it for this video. We basically got the window setup and got a basic clear screen to working, and in the next video we are going to actually understand how this command works, because we kind of skimmed over it in this video. And we'll also understand some other stuff and some basic concepts of OpenGL. So stay tuned for that, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss that, and share this video with other people as well. And bye.